Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. In my today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use VLOOKUP and mixture of index and match formula and also XLOOKUP formula. I will telling you the differences, the advantages, and where you can use the formulas, and I'll show you examples. Well, there is data guys to analyze, and this data was taken from WHO website, which is in there. Well, of course it's not positive data, and I know that every number here is linked to one human life, and the reason why I illustrated this data is that just to raise awareness of COVID. So let's say I'm going to find cases for Brazil, right? So I'm going to write down the Brazil, and I'm going to use the VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP, let's say lookup value is the Brazil, and I'm going to see how many cases in Brazil was in total. So let's say I'm going to select the table is in there, so Brazil is located in A column and case is located in B column. So I choose the table, and I'm going to put the column index number. Information that we're looking for is located after the column that is criteria's column. So in our example, this is the 2. Why? Because A is the first, that is criteria located, and B column is the second, that is the data we're looking for is located. So I'm going to put that 2, and to use, well, I'm looking the exact match, so I will put that nil. Yes, it is. So for Brazil, the information we're looking for is that one, 15, 209, and 190. And so for anyone who doesn't know about the mix of index and match formulas and who is curious, I'll explain you what is index and match. Well, index and match is alternative of VLOOKUP formula, and the only difference between match and index and VLOOKUP is that VLOOKUP only finds data after criteria, but for index and match it doesn't matter in what direction the data located is. It can find in either direction, after or before. So difference between index and match and VLOOKUP in the examples. And let's use that example for opposite direction. Let's say I'm going to use VLOOKUP again to find out which country's case it was that one, that 15, 109, and 190. So lookup value is this one, and I'm going to select the data table, again that one, cases and country. So that's A and B. Again, I'll be putting the second one as I was going in the opposite direction. Again, I need exact match. Oops, you see, it's showing NA. This is the biggest disadvantage of the VLOOKUP. The VLOOKUP doesn't find the information that's located before the criteria. It only works for after the criteria method. Of course, there is the way. I can just copy all the column and put in there. And so looking information now locates after the criteria, and I'm again going to use the VLOOKUP. So criteria is the same as in our previous example, table array cases and country. So I'm going to count the columns to find column index number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put the 5, and again I need exact information. Oh, you see that, which confirms what I said before. VLOOKUP is good only to find information after the criteria, not the before. So how index and match overcomes this issue? Well, fasten your belts guys, we are ready to go. To make the job easier, I will use data validation. It is an important tool that enables you to choose data using drag and drop. So I'm going to the data, and I'm going to choose the data validation. Here it is, and I'm selecting allow criteria, which is list, and I'm going to select the source column, which is that one, country, and okay. So the drag and drop menu is appeared in there. I'll be putting the name of the column as country to find the relevant data for countries. So we are in the center of our tutorial, and now we will see how index and match works. So first we'll be typing the index. Oops. And you're going to select the data tool that our required information is located, which is that one. And I'm going to put the match lookup value. So lookup value will be in there. If you remember, we put the drag and drop option. It's blank now, but later we can select the criteria and lookup array, where our criteria is located in which column. In our example is that one. Yes, and match type. I need the exact match, which is nil. And in what column the required information is located. If you remember, in index we selected from B to E11, right? So I'm going to see the cases for exact country. So it will be 1 and enter. Oops, there's no cases. Oh yes, because we didn't select country. So I'm going to find data cases for, let's say, for France. Here it is. Yes, in France the cases was 5,706,758. So you see that it worked correctly in our case. Well, if I put the 2, it shows me the cases that was reported in past 24 hours. So for France, it is that one. And this time I'm going to show you how index and match overcomes the disadvantage of VLOOKUP. So let's say that our criteria is located after the data that we're going to find. So let's say in our case, we're going to put the exact number and see in what country it belongs to. Well, I'm going to put index in there, and I'm going to choose the column that required information is located. In our case, this is A column. So match lookup array. Well, lookup value is exactly that number. Lookup array is where this number is located, and I need exact match. And well, I only select the one column, so it will be just 1. And here it is. The numbers 15, 109 and 190 belongs to Brazil, as you can see from there. So this is the case. Index and match is handy. It overcomes the problem that VLOOKUP cannot solve. And now I'm going to show you the alternative of index and match and VLOOKUP, which is XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP works in the web version of Office, which now, as I'm now working in the web version, as you see, that's the browser, you can use XLOOKUP. So let's use XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, and lookup value in our case is the France again, and lookup array is a column that France is located, and return array is a column that we're going to find information, which is the cases. Yes, and enter. So the cases in France was that one, as you can see there. XLOOKUP also very easy and handy formula that you can use to analyze your data. It also works in any direction after the criteria or before the criteria. But disadvantage is you can use that one only in the web version or in the Microsoft 365. In normal offices, you don't really find it. You don't really find this XLOOKUP formula. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button so you don't miss the future tutorials regarding Excel.